meeting is particularly important because the Commonwealth has a tradition of helping and sharing information about what works and what does not work. We know that in order to deliver the Sustainable Development Goals, we must empower women to take their proper place and to assist in really delivering the wealth that should be ours collectively if we used all of our human capital. And that human capital clearly includes a fundamental shift in the way in which women can participate.
We have offered a platform and a space for women's voices across the Commonwealth, particularly lesser voices of women across the Commonwealth, to be able to engage and contribute to the discourse of the priorities of the Commonwealth.
Our partnership with the Commonwealth Foundation is geared towards availing spaces for women to engage, availing spaces to provide right policies, engage with stakeholders, and come up with issues, concrete issues that we can carry out advocacy with government, carry out advocacy with senior government officials, carry out advocacy with public sector officials to provide a fair space for women and to enable women achieve gender equality and enable women achieve their rights.
This is the first time that we, civil society and women's representatives, are going to directly input into that meeting, which means our demands will be heard. Our demands will be placed directly on their tables and they will be discussing it.
This meeting is equally important because it acts as a catalyst of comprising of thought-provoking ideas. It also, pushes, pushes more new ideas, new partnerships. So in that way, it is very positive that it reinforces, the relationships with the key players.
We want to present a call to the ministers responsible for women affairs across the Commonwealth that the agenda of gender equality and women empowerment requires resourcing. And that resourcing cannot be left to third parties, that is donor and partners. We need to invest in this as ourselves, because if we are true to the call that we must move with everybody, nobody should be left behind, then we should be resourcing actions that help us to achieve that rallying call of leaving no one behind.
I welcome about 33 countries that are participating in the ministers' meeting. I think it's very important that we get people who come to Kenya to sample our experience and to see what benefit and gains we are making in gender equality and women empowerment.
Sustainable development and 1/3 of our way towards the target date for the Sustainable Development Goals.
As you would expect, I'm honour bound to return with a good account of the full and productive outcomes of this conference, particularly as it is such an important precursor to the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting in Rwanda next year.
And we share with the Commonwealth, among many core values, a belief in individual freedom, human rights, and prosperity.
Through the leadership of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Kenya, he does not just show commitment, he also takes action. He has been able to send a very able minister in the name of Ambassador Dr. Amina.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commonwealth member states have made significant milestones towards gender equality. On women in leadership, Kenya has made notable progress, where women representation in Parliament has reached 25%, which is a significant improvement from the previous composition that was below 10%.
what will be contained in the outcome document, there will be fresh commitments in the 4 thematic areas that the Commonwealth pursue.
We had a great honor of having the judges write a book, a case law handbook on the violence against women and girls in Commonwealth East Africa, and we know that that is going to be of immense value to everyone.
There are 5 recommendations that are coming from the progress made. We recommend that the Commonwealth hence that gender equality and the empowerment of women be a key output in the 2020 Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting that is going to be held in June in Rwanda. The Commonwealth Women Affairs Ministers continue to openly share knowledge and experience on what has been very effective to accelerating gender equality and empowerment of women and girls in member state countries. We also want to acknowledge of the importance of accurate, timely, disaggregated data and information, as well as clear targets and timelines to underpin evidence-based policy implementation and evaluation. To work together at the 64th session of United Nations Commission on Status of Women in March 2020 to encourage global leaders to accelerate action for gender equality and women empowerment. Finally, we commit to progressing and harnessing the demographic dividend in line with existing commitment in terms of Sustainable Development Goals, the Commission on Equality and Non-Discrimination of Women, the Beijing Platform of Action, and the International Conference on Population and Development, ICPD plus 25 Program of Action and outcome of their regional reviews, particularly as it pertains to young women and girls.
These leaders are the drivers of the lasting changes that needs to happen. I think we've committed enough at the highest level of our leaders and our heads. It is time that we accelerate.
Delegates are happy to take away something that is new in terms of intervention and also firming up their commitments in making gender equality and women empowerment move to the next level.